Are we live? Are we live or are we not live? Or are we live or are we not? The vibe is all brownie brownie. Hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? Why am I feeling like I am missing something already? Yes, so I'm seeing the reactions, so I'm definitely audible now. Hi everyone. The frame rates are dropping. The weather here is also not that good today. There were some winds blowing earlier in the evening, so there are high chances that electricity might go. There might be an electricity cut soon. We are reading A Wrinkle in Time. We are on chapter number 11. Till now, what I feel about every chapter is as follows. I think message by author, even though it is placed alone at the top, the chapters that are in A tier are no less than S tier. The D tier chapters were actually not that engaging, and the E tier was something I completely disagreed with. So it is not that E is bad and S is best. I mean, S is definitely best, but it's not that E is bad, it's just that I have some disagreements with the content in the chapter. So, yeah, after that, I have to finish this book by today because tomorrow I won't be streaming, and then day after tomorrow I'll be traveling to go to my college, and then after that a few days I'll be arranging for my room and all that stuff. And then from ninth I'll probably settle down because from ninth my orientation will start, and after ninth the orientation will go on till 14th. Then there will be a 1 day break, and from 16th my classes will start. So I will figure out a time to do my streams. The reading streams, the duration of them will be reduced because I don't think I will be able to devote 2 3 hours to just read. So I think there will be just a 1 hour reading stream, and then that I but I will definitely try to stream while I study for my MBA. So whatever I'll study in my room, I'll for sure stream it. And if I go to library, or if there is some group project or something like that, then I'll not stream, but I hope I get to stream a lot. I also want to make videos while I'm there, but the thing that I don't like about making videos is the editing part of it. In streaming it is easier for me because I can just speak my mind out, and it is out there in its unedited raw form. While if I try to make some videos, I'll need to edit it myself, and that sitting alone, I don't like to sit alone with my work. I've realized that because then I tend to procrastinate. So, if I would have read this book alone, either I would have done entirely in 1 day or I would have delayed it a lot. So, this kind of streaming environment keeps me accountable. So, that's what I'm hoping, that if I study on stream, that would, keep me accountable as well, and I'll be able to study. So, yes, that's what I'm thinking right now. How are you doing? How's your day going? If you are new to the channel, do subscribe to my channel. If you are into reading or into studying or into anything else like that. So, should we just begin? I'll just set up my Bluetooth and then we'll just begin with the chapters. Okay, so this is, even though it is showing chapter 13, it is chapter 11 because two other chapters were the one that you have already seen in the tier list. The chapter name is Aunt Beast, and this is the illustration. Is it a bit blurry? Yes, I'll just show it to you. Still blurry. Why is it still blurry? Not blurry now, right? Yeah, Aunt Beast. There is a architectural kind of thing. I don't know what to call it. It is a round structure, and the chapter name is Aunt Beast. So where were we in the story? So Meg's father just tessered along with Calvin and Meg. Charles is still in Catazorts, right? Camazorts, Camazorts. So Charles is still in Camazorts. Meg is currently in a not a very good state because she has always had problem with tessering, and three beasts with all the tentacles in every indentation, that's how the author described it, has come for them and they have decided to take Meg somewhere. So this is the story so far, and now we'll find out. The book is also coming to an end, so where we'll go, we'll find out about that as well. And hopefully there is something interesting going on. I mean, definitely there must be something going on. I don't know what I'm saying right now. We'll just start our stream, hoping hoping that the frames don't drop that much, the internet speed is good, and we'll just start the stream. The channel name is Ready City Go, and the series that I'm doing is That's What Sid Read. And yes, so let us start. Without any further ado, let's do. Okay. What an amazing line. Meg is definitely angry on her father that he is not trying to despondent, despondent, low spirits, hmm, loss of hope. Meg is definitely feeling that thing, right? Because for her, like our subscriber mentioned in the previous video about a previous chapter, that Meg saw her father in a state that was not hero like, and for her, her father was the hero figure. She has often said that once I meet my father, all my problems will be over. And now, when she is hearing her father say that I won't go to save Charles, that because he is not able to test her well, that's kind of accepting. While in the father's mind, Mr. Murray's mind, it is like, okay, yeah, I am doing the right step. But in Meg's mind, it must be so heartbreaking that her father is not stepping up. So she has such a wave of lost hope is there currently. And there are a lot of things that I want to talk about, but yeah, I just wanted to check the meaning of that word and now we'll continue again. Wow, what a chapter. Right at the end, Mrs. Witch has appeared to save the day. So something interesting is definitely going to go on. This was such a great chapter with such great depths. I really liked it. Since they are good aliens, these beasts, and they are so much interested in learning about humans, some aspects of human life have been commented on, and that leads to great philosophy. I wanted to check what's the difference between monster, terrifying and dangerous creature, and beast. Oh. So anyone other than a human is a beast, especially large or dangerous. But monster is more negative form of that. Monster is more negative form of that. Okay, so that's why they preferred monster and not beast. And beast is not a negative word. It is just anything other than humans. Just anything other than humans. Yeah, my net is not that good, so I must be breaking in between. But it's okay, I'm keeping a tab on that. Meg's first reaction to any conflict is anger, and what soothes her down is the warmth. This was such a beautiful chapter. ORMB, our beloved moderator of this channel, yes, has said the rightful thing. And she told as well yesterday, right, that this is a journey of Meg where first she was dependent on her parents. She did not used to take responsibility of anything. Then she saw her father, who was the heroic figure in not such an heroic stage, and it got to her. Well, in this stage, she has started from zero. That's why the previous chapter was absolute zero. In this chapter, she has started from zero, and even the beast said it that she has to now be treated like an infant, and then she can grow. So what I am saying is, when you are down, when you are hurt, when you are feeling low, you have to start from zero to get back to where you are. It can't be done in a snap, it can't be done in a split second. And this is such a great learning from this chapter, that just because before some event that got you hurt, you were at a certain stage, does not mean you have to be back at that stage right after that. There is a growth, there is a time, you have to be patient. So that is one observation. And then how Meg trusted this beast, and how she was questioning herself that okay, this this warmth cannot come from a, an evil person like it, or the red-eyed person. So I think the vibes are everything. Whatever vibes you give, Meg's intuition is definitely spot on, and she trusts her intuition. And then the discussion on light, since there is no light, so the discussion starts there. I think the discussion is brought on just so we can have a discussion about it later. So what happens is they first talk about that the beasts feel instead of see, and the humans prefer on seeing, and sometimes they also judge their feelings based on what they see. But what beasts do is they just feel, they don't care how things look like. And that same concept is brought towards the end when Meg tries to describe Mrs. Whatsit, Mrs. Who, and Mrs. Which to the beasts, that humans can be so sure that they know someone, and yet they cannot describe how they are. They can describe how they look, but they can't describe how they are. And this is the similar discussion that was going on earlier about seeing things and feeling things. So, yeah, this has a much deeper meaning in the discussion that was going on later. So, I caught that, and I hope I am right about that. I was not completely sure if Charles is in great deep trouble. You know, it's not generating any fear in me till now that Charles is in great danger of some sort until this thing, that the father is the first one who has escaped via tessering. And how did he do that? By not giving in to the rest that it was providing, by embracing the struggle. And he was just about to give up when Meg showed. And this is why Meg has started her journey, because Mrs. Who, Mrs. Watson, and Mrs. Witch knew that the father may give up if he was on his own, but if he has to stay for his children, he will put that extra effort. So even though father does not look like a hero, maybe she has to feel that okay, there are some characteristics about his father that are heroic, because he is the first one who escaped. And even though he was not fully successful in uh, getting out all his children, but still he gave a good effort, and it was not in his intention to leave behind. There was some rationale in it, and he was saving Charles' life by not tessering him, because his brain was connected with it. So that is also one thing. Maybe the father, just because he looks weak, he is not actually weak. So that is also one similar analogy between what you feel and what you are. And then the quotes in this chapter are amazing. If we just read them in, uh, how do we call it? Out of context. Even if we read them out of context, just because we want something does not mean we will get what we want, and we still do not know what to do. Just wanting something is not all. Doing what to do about it when we have it, or when we do not have it, is also something we should focus on. We should not just want things in specific. The beasts have always tried to calm Meg by giving her warmth, by calming her anger. And the difference between monster and beast we have already seen. The singing thing is as well. I thought about it when I was reading something about when I was reading it, but now I have forgotten why I marked it. I did have some things to say. Maybe the singing is that Meg has completely trusted these beasts. And now, what Meg was feeling about her father, that heroic figure, now she has just transferred it to the beast. She has completely given her entire trust to the beasts. That shift has happened. She does not look at her father with respect, and she has found a, instead of herself taking the responsibility, she has found a new outlet to give the trust. So yeah, that is another insight for me. And definitely humans are limited by their senses because we see and then we make our judgment about feelings. Often it happens a lot of time even if we deny it. So yeah, that is a great point to raise. And these small words, good helps us, love helps us, these are such great words. I mean, these are just feelings put into words, such pure feelings. And when you read it, you feel so happy when you are reading these things that you want to just stay in this vibe forever. This was such a great chapter with such a great vibe. I was learning something about myself as well, and I was feeling extremely great when I was reading this chapter. And again, the things we the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal, and things which are not seen are actually felt. So the things which are felt are eternal. So again, such true things. Bars, bars being dropped. And Meg is sung, the beasts sing to Meg. They dress her up, they feed her. So she has literally and figuratively being treated as an infant in this chapter. So she is definitely going to grow up in the further chapters. But yeah, and our moderator definitely told about this thing yesterday, that it is a journey for Meg. This entire book is a journey for Meg, for him, for her to become a responsible person, maybe grow. And yes, I am definitely seeing that. I am seeing that, and today's word that I am repeating a lot is definitely. I often have a word that I repeat a lot. Previously, it was you know. This time, I am observing myself that I have said the word definitely a lot. Tomorrow, I'll say another word a lot. And then this line, sometimes we can't know what spiritual damage it leaves even when physical recovery is complete. Just because physically we have healed does not mean we have healed mentally as well. And there is no way to measure if we have healed mentally. So just because our physical wounds are all right or physically we look fine does not mean our mental state is, should be, or is healthy. Mental talks have been happening for a long time. They mentioned it as spiritual damage, but this has been has been happening for a long time. Yeah, that's all that I have for this chapter. Great chapter. Time to rate it. Definitely going in the S tier. I mean, I want to fill it in the S tier. I know I can fill it in the A tier, but yeah, this is just such a beautiful chapter. Aunt Beast. So much learning in this chapter. So I am placing it in S tier. If you agree with me, give me 100 or a thumbs up or a firework or a love. Every reaction possible. What all reactions are possible in this? There's 100, there's a firework, there's a smiley, there's a this. Okay. I can start a poll also. Do you agree with my rating? Start poll. The poll has been started. Yes, 100%. Such interactive things going on. And since only one person is watching this right now, so I will close the poll as well. Only one is watching, right? Yeah, only one is watching. So yeah, the poll has ended. Great. Poll 100% agreement is what I like always. Yes. We should move on to the next chapter. We have 1 hour of book left. And yes, it is going to be so much interesting that Mrs. Who, Mrs. Which, Mrs. Whatset have appeared. This is the chapter art for it. And the chapter name is The Foolish and the Weak. And the chapter art is a dome. Someone is walking alone. It is Meg who is walking alone. So, should we start? Should we start? Should we start? Should we start? Uh, I don't give me reactions. Give me poll. 100% yes. So should we start? So yes. So yeah. Okay. The poll has ended. We are starting now. Amazing, amazing things going on in this channel. Yeah. Okay. We'll start now. Chapter 13. Chapter 12. The Foolish and the Weak. Let's set in the reading vibe now. Blame, blame, blame. Blame game. The black thing has left. Wow, wow, wow. Protective father. Exactly. This is the best chapter. I have so many things to say which I will save for later, but for now, just confound. I wanted to check. Confound. Huh? Confounding puzzle. Okay. What the hell? But okay. Let me just read it again. Oh, foolish things of the world to puzzle the wise, weak things of the world to puzzle the mighty. Oh my god. I think confound has some better meaning also. Let me just check it on the net. Confound means confuse, surprise. This makes much more sense now. So let's go. faults. Love. Hmm. I honestly thought there is another chapter that is remaining, but the book is complete. Oh my god, what a great chapter! What a beautiful chapter! Wow. I mean, the love thing sounded a bit corny at first when they just said love, but overall it was extremely beautiful. Now I don't want this book to be over. Why is this over so soon? I have marked every page of this almost. I mean, I am also feeling the same way that I am going to college now again. All these feelings, and this hit me at a different level. All this. I think I'll just read this again and again to not be afraid and still be afraid and not be afraid, you know. We see denial. We see first she's blaming. We see first she's blaming everyone that why are they not helping. Then she is denial that I can't do it, and then she accepts that it has to be me, and that is such well written. And sometimes people just say that okay, I'll do it because out of anger also, but that is also what the three misses do not want from her. We want nothing from you that you do without grace or you do without understanding. Nobody is forcing you. You have to do it for the right reasons too. That is such a beautiful way of defining responsibility. Just because you have responsibility doesn't mean that you have to do it. You have to do it with grace, and you have to do it after understanding it. You have to have the right reasons for it, and you have to do it with grace. Then she had the right reasons, and then the protective nature of the father, that also hits too hard and at home. The protective nature of father. And then Mrs. Watson says, you are making it even harder for Meg, which is already something hard for Meg. And just because you have to do it, hi, the camera is switched. Just because you have to do it doesn't mean you won't get any help. You have to do it all alone. It's not that thing as well. So Mrs. Watson offers help as well. And even Aunt Beast, who knows that she can't actually help her, offers her help. So even offering help is a good thing. Some people might think that I can't do it, so I should not help. But Aunt Beast offered her help. So that is also a gesture that we often decide what help we can offer and we can't, and we just limit ourselves. What if that person can need some help from us? What if that is the case? and that person needs help, what then? Just you have not offered the help thinking that it won't be needed, and things are not going anywhere. And whenever Mr. Murray tries to protect her, Miss. No, that is not thing here. Then Meg says, "Do you have the courage to go alone?" And Meg says, when Meg is asked that, "Do you have the courage to go alone?" Meg says, "It does not matter. It does not matter. Only when it is the only thing to do." But even though courage, you might not have courage, but if you have the ability to do things with grace and ability to do things after you understand what you are doing, even if you don't have the courage to do it, you can do those things. That is such detailed depth in responsibility that I myself have even not analyzed myself. I have not analyzed it myself, but yeah, when I read this, I think, oh, there is so much depth in doing things for yourself, doing things for others, that we don't even think about. And then I don't know how many times I have thought these things, that can't life just be simple? Can't I just know what my future entails? What am I going to do? And then they say that if you know your future, then your life is same as it is in Camazot's planet. So if you are aiming for that kind of life, then you should have these kind of wishes. Otherwise, life will be unpredictable. It will have its highs and lows. So maybe Camazots also represent that monotony and that boring life, which some people might desire. But yeah, so you should make your choices well. Think what you desire. Know the entire consequences of what you desire. And then the comparison of sonnet and life is amazing, absolutely amazing. And you can have negative thoughts while doing the things you don't have courage for. Still, you can proceed. It's You don't have to be all positive about it. You don't have to be all mature about it while you are doing the things you are scared of. You can have negative thoughts. It's just that you don't delve into them. She did not add what she could not help thinking. Saved it for what? Saved my life for what? Just to go back to the planet. Wow. It has such a depth, this chapter. And then she confesses to her father completely that I wanted you to do everything for me. I did not want any responsibility. I didn't want to do anything myself. It's such a great message for the parents as well, not to be overprotective to their children. And the love and the confounding thing is such a great thing that God has made, or whoever is the higher power, has made everyone with some abilities and some faults. And it is not that you should not feel bad about what you don't have. Yeah. That poem is essentially that. that there are some foolish thing present to surprise the wise, and then there are some weak things that can surprise the mighty. So there is something for everyone to do in this world. I mean, this chapter has so many dimensions to it. To feel positive whenever you are having a low day, I think I could go back just to this chapter and read it again to feel good about myself. And then Mrs. Witch says, I cannot hold your hand. She has always been looking for a hand when she is tesseracting. First it was Calvin's. First it was Calvin's for the entire journey, and then it was her father, and this time Mrs. Witch says, I cannot hold your hand as well. That is a throwback. And I could not have figured that out. And that one thing that sees and feels thing differentiation that has been done in the previous chapter is actually a hint for Charles. You are seeing Charles. Charles is, if you are just seeing as he is, then he is controlled by it. He is not your brother. But if you go at a deeper level and see the Charles who was before, what you feel for him, what you felt for him, then you will see, okay, this is the Charles, my brother, and there is love. So that also is reflected in this chapter. She was seeing Charles, and yet it was not Charles. I think Aunt Beast taught her to not equate what she sees and what she feels, what they are, and what they appear to be. And okay, amazing teachings, amazing messages. This chapter has left this amazing messages this chapter has left us with. Such a beautiful journey of growth Meg has had, and what a privilege we had to join her on it. I have I have ruined the pauses of this sentence. I'll try it again. Amazing teachings, amazing messages this chapter has left us with. Such a beautiful journey of growth Meg has had, and what a privilege we had to join her on it. Oh, great. True, true, true. Amazing teachings. The teachings are amazing. And then she figured out love, that love is the solution. But then she says, I can't love it. I can only love. To figure, just because you have love inside you doesn't mean you have to shower it on every person. You shower it on persons who you get good vibes from. You don't shower it on evil persons like it. Just because you are not getting that feeling to shower love on a negative person doesn't mean you have to shower love on them, show your love on towards them, just because you have love to give. That is another learning. Who to love, who to love, be doing the right things for the right reason with grace, even if you are afraid, is what Meg has taught us. And we have still have one chapter left. If tier list has gone through the roof, to be honest, it doesn't matter where I place this chapter. This chapter is the best. The best chapter. What is the name? The Foolish and the Weak. This is the best chapter. No questions asked, no doubts raised. What a great set of chapters to have to read. I mean, the number of chapters in S tier and A tier are equal to chapters in the other tier. That shows the quality of the book, quality of the literature, quality of the depth, and then extra, extra, extra. We also have some extra things. This is a book in published in 1962. 1962. How old is it? 40, 60 years. 63 years old is this book. Oh my god. How can it be so relevant even today? I didn't feel for a second that it is a 63-year-old book. I mean, this could be written today and it would be still as relevant. Every part of it would be still as relevant. I don't think I anywhere thought to myself, okay, this is kind of a old thing that does not exist now. Yeah. Her aim was to make a world that was creative and yet believable. And that's what I also observed, that there is a sense of realism in all her dreamy sequences. And it has been mentioned here. So I am so glad that I am so accurate. But yeah, by setting up magical aspects of the stories in actual theories of physics. The science is top notch. That's what I also mentioned. It is the first novel in her Time Quintet series. So there are a lot of books to read. Then all these characters and meanings have also been given in the book itself. The meanings have been given in the back of this book. Then there is a quiz as well. There is a drawing assignment as well. So if somebody likes to draw, they can draw how Aunt Beast looks like. If you are into drawing, just saying. Then there are some scientific facts. Then there are some love is pure and eternal, so the book easily stands the test of time. And then there is a Wi-Fi emoji, heart emoji. Some person is wearing a hat of heart, and on top of that there is Wi-Fi. That is true. Love is pure and eternal. There are some book recommendations as well. Then excer excerpt or something like that is there, right? Excerpt of another book is given. Never Ending Story by Michael Ende. And yeah, that's the end of the book. But we have another chapter left on the audiobook. I think it is the message from her daughter or granddaughter, as far as I remember. There was a message from the granddaughter. So yeah, we will just listen to it. This is a great book. I am so glad I have this book as a book. I'm so glad about it. This is feels like an award, to be honest. And now we will read this uh, audiobook. Last chapter, message by the granddaughter. Let us go. Ready, steady, go. She read a lot of physicists. I mean, the history is the initial life of Madeleine L'engle. I got a bit lost there, so that was not much interesting. But in the end, they talked a lot about the part that was not put in the final book, the manuscript. I mean, the love also not being a secure thing. That is just mind blowing to me. That is just mind blowing to me. So we have completed 100% of the book. Why is it showing 99.8% here? Yeah, 100%. Cool. We have completed 100% of the book. The thing about love also not being a secure thing, and security is what Camisots is all about. Love is about being vulnerable. I didn't get that thing when I was reading the book. So they mentioning it in the manuscript opens a whole new dimension to me. And now love makes sense as well. I was first thinking it is a bit corny, but no, it wasn't. It was so well thought of. And there was another thing change in the manuscript that I can't remember right now, but that also touched me a lot. So yeah, the book is over. I enjoyed it a lot. The manuscript part I might go read again, the manuscript part in the audiobook, what all changes were there. That is always fascinating to me. And the last chapter also is something to go back and read it. So I love this book. Hopefully I'll come back with another great book that will open up my brain, my perspective in a better way. Till then, there's a journey that I am supposed to go on in a few days. I am afraid of it, but I will try my level best to do it with grace. And understanding the reasons of why I am doing it are still a bit unclear, but those will always be unclear in real life because you don't have just one choice. Not many instances in your life you only have one choice. You have a lot of choices. There are a few moments where you have only one choice. This is definitely not the one. But I will still try to do it with grace, and even if I am afraid, I will be afraid and still do it. Not think much about it. Like Meg also said, can I just get over with it and not think about it? I'll also be that way, but I'll still do it with grace. And yeah, hopefully everything works out great. I enjoyed streaming this reading sessions. I hope someday this becomes a thing where I get to learn more things by just the interactions. Thank you, ORMB, our beloved subscriber and moderator, for giving your beautiful insights while we were reading this chapter. And I'll see you again soon. Peace.